Alright, so let me just make a quick video about, the exhausts of the Benelli and, that Akrapovic and the exhaust that I've got on the R3, the slip-on tip. And then also, that I have that Akrapovic R1 exhaust over there. I have a Leoncino exhaust over there, and I have the stock R3 exhaust over there, and I have the super short, super fake Chinese exhaust over there. Now, with exhausts, of course, there are fake brands. I mean, that is definitely not a real Akrapovic. The Austin Racing that I have on the R3 is definitely not a real Austin Racing. The Akrapovic on there is definitely not a real Akrapovic. The Leoncino is stock standard from the Leoncino 500, but it has been modified to fit on can fit on any bike, especially if it has that pipe. So fake exhaust, okay, and that includes that little thingy over there. That thing is super fake, okay? Now fake exhaust is more affordable for people who cannot afford them. And of course, it's just for looks and probably for sound, because that's why I still have that thing on there, because it's for sound. I love the sound that thing makes compared to what the Akrapovic R1 makes. That's horrifying sounds. So, again, when you buy a fake exhaust, there are different fake brands, okay? There are different fake qualities. The fake quality of that Akrapovic R1 and the fake quality of that super little thingy, the quality of those suck ass, okay? They are terrible. So that means that they leak air on the edges, they leak air on the front, they leak air on the edges where they connect to the bike. And with this one, there's no air leakage because this is a better fake quality version than what those two are up there, okay? The Austin Racing that I have, it actually also doesn't have any air leaks because it's a good quality fake. So it's also not going to damage your engine if you have just a slip-on tip on there. What will damage your engine is if you tune it incorrectly and, having someone tune your engine that doesn't know what the hell they are doing. So changing your tip, even with a fake, is still fine. And the real exhaust products are super expensive, and it's half the value of the bike. So I get it. You want to have your bike look beautiful. Yeah, okay, there are some people who actually have money to spend on their bikes to purchase the half value exhaust of the bike. But I mean, compared the fake Austin Racing that I have on the R3 to the real Austin Racing, I mean, that thing I got for super cheap, and the real Austin Racing, well, I can't get because I don't have money, and I'm not going to spend half the value of that bike on that bike just for a tip. And as for this tip over here on the Benelli, I mean, it still gives me a good sound, and I know it doesn't add any horsepower to my bike, but at least I've got some sound. And also I have not tuned my engine yet because I haven't looked into finding someone who can tune it for me. But I mean, there are different quality fakes out there. The Akrapovic R1 exhaust have three different fakes. That is the cheapest fake that you can have, which leaks air everywhere. The MT-03, if you remember, I installed a silver Akrapovic R1 exhaust on the MT-03, and that thing is a better quality fake than what I have over here, because that Akrapovic R1 on the MT-03, it doesn't leak any air on the edges. It doesn't leak air on the front, as compared to what that thing does. That thing leaks air on every single connection, including that little exhaust thing over there. So different quality fakes maybe have different prices depending on where you are from. For here where I am in Vietnam, we have definitely different prices of quality. That was, like I said, the cheapest. The silver one that I installed on the MT-03 is a little more expensive than that one, and there is another carbon fiber one, but I don't know if they actually use real carbon fiber to build that one. But yeah, different quality fakes have different quality sounds and prices. Okay, you know what? Yep, something like that. So it's not going to damage your engine. If you are worried about like, oh my god, this exhaust is going to damage my engine. No, it's not. It's not going to damage your bike. It's about the person who tunes your engine that's going to fuck it up or not. And also that depends on how hard you push the engine or not. Because if you push your engine to the limits, of course it's going to fail. It's not about the exhaust. Like, again, I keep this one on there because it gives me a good sound. I have not tuned it yet, but maybe one day in the future I'll tune it. The R3, I've got the fake Austin Racing because it looks nice, and it does add a little more girth to the sound compared to what that bullshit over there does. And of course it shaves some weight because that exhaust is quite heavy compared to the Austin Racing fart can that I have on there. So I mean, you can still go for fakes, but again, there are different qualities depending on different prices. So I mean, I'm keeping that one because it was my first exhaust. I had it on my first bike, my Winner X 150cc manual. It was great. I didn't really enjoy the sound because it never gave me the sound I was looking for compared to what this thing gives me. This thing gives me like a warm sound, and it's not too obnoxiously loud to make your ears bleed. It's not leaking air like out of every crevice. So again, there are fake brands, but you know, the real manufacturers are a bit overpriced, and I'm sorry to say it, okay, but I'm not going to spend half the value of my bike on a freaking exhaust that I'm just gonna use for appearance. There are some exhaust tips that I would love to get and love to hang on my wall. So if anyone ever wants to sponsor me or donate me some exhaust tips, please do. I'm always willing to test the sounds, especially that thing needs a new exhaust system. I'm still trying to get the exhaust system for that thing. But I have a whole wall over here that needs some more exhaust tips. And I mean, yeah, it's all about appearance, basically. You know, especially also if you just use it every day for daily use in the city, then you don't really need a performance exhaust to make your bike faster. I mean, just to add 2 horsepower. I mean, maybe it would be great, yeah, if you're racing. But if you're not racing, then fake exhausts can still do the job. But it depends also, again, on the price. Price determines the quality of fake that you buy. This one was a bit more expensive, so the quality of this one is better. That thing over there was kind of cheapish, and the quality of those two are terrible. So just, yeah, if you want to donate me some exhaust or sponsor me some exhaust, especially real ones comparing to the brands, you know, Akrapovic, Austin Racing, Termignoni, those guys, I would love to have a real one and have it probably hang up there depending on if I like the sound or not.